I don't know. I don't understand. The Canadian cafeteria está like this. Hey you guys, let's learn how to read in Spanish. When it comes to reading in Spanish, it's one of the easiest languages ever, especially if you speak English. There are only a few simple rules that we are supposed to learn in order to know how to read and write anything in Spanish. Welcome to my Academy of LengUAs, an international language space where we learn languages with joy. My name is Dana and I'm here to help you. First things first, here's the Spanish alphabet. Looks quite similar to the English one, right? But we have some differences, so let's talk about it. The first one is A. Repeat after me. Árbol amarillo está parque. El árbol amarillo está en el parque. The yellow tree is in the park. B. Bombón bastante bueno. Prueba. El bombón es bastante bueno. Pruébalo. The candy is quite good. Try it. C. Has few options like th, like th in English, and k, and it's quite easy. It depends on the letter that is next to it. If it is e or e, it is pronounced like th, so thi, th. If it's any other letter, pronounce it k. Cafetería canadiense, centro, ciudad. La cafetería canadiense está en el centro de la ciudad. The Canadian cafeteria is in the city center. D. Director, departamento, divertido. El director del departamento es muy divertido. The director of the department is very funny. E. El elefante es enorme. El elefante es enorme. The elephant is enormous. F. Familia, feliz, fiesta. La familia está feliz en la fiesta. The family is happy at the party. This one is G, and it also has two options, like the C one. So it's rather G or G. Same with E and A, it is G. With any other letter, it's G. Jirafe grande galería. Hay un jirafe grande en la galería. There is a big giraffe in the gallery. There is just one little thing. In order to create sounds like gi and ge and words like guitarra or hamburguesa, they put u, which is u in Spanish. And this U becomes silent between these two letters. So G and E or G and E make the U between them silent. Like this, they create sound like G or G. So guitarra, hamburguesa. Not guitarra or hamburguesa. El jirafe grande tiene una guitarra, una hamburguesa y un juguete. The big giraffe has a guitar, a hamburger, and a toy. Y una regla más. I know, I told you there is just one little thing about this rule, but there is one little tiny thing. So in case you wanna make this U not silent, in words like pinguino, for example, you just have to put two little dots above this letter. So it's pinguino now. It's easy, isn't it? El pingüino tiene vergüenza. The penguin is ashamed. Now we know everything about the hardest letters of Spanish. Let's learn about the easiest one. It's H. The only thing you have to know about it is you never pronounce H. So it's not hermano, hermosa, or habla. Just never pronounce it. Hermana, hermosa, habla, hotel, lo que quieras. Mi hermana es hermosa y habla 5 lenguas. My sister is beautiful and she speaks 5 languages. So yeah, you never pronounce it, except if you have a th before H. But it's easy for you because in English it's the same thing. It's pronounced like che. For example, in the word churro, which is a nice Spanish dessert, and if you find churros somewhere, try it. This one is I, italiano, idioma increíble. So Italiano es un idioma increíble. Italian is an incredible language. This one is J, and it's always pronounced like J. For instance, José jamón, jugo, naranja. José come jamón y bebe jugo de naranja cada mañana. José eats jamón and drinks orange juice every morning. This one is que, and it's usually used in words that are not originally Spanish. So kilo, kaya, kebab, karaoke. L is pronounced like L. El león lee libro. El león lee un libro. The lion reads a book. However, if you have doble L, so you have two L in a row, it is pronounced like Y. Ella llora lluvia. Ella llora por la lluvia. She is crying because of the rain. Sad story. M, you guessed it, has the sound M. Mi mamá montañas mes. Mi mamá va a las montañas cada mes. My mom goes to mountains every month. N is pronounced like N. No tengo lengua nativa. Yo no tengo lengua nativa. I don't have a native language, and it's true. Enya. Similar to the previous one, but it has this little wave above, and it is pronounced like Ny. So basically, we pronounce it as if we had an Y sound. Ny. Niña pequeña España. La niña pequeña vive en España. The little girl lives in Spain. O is O, no need to explain. Oso, ocho ojos. El oso no tiene ocho ojos. The bear doesn't have 8 eyes. P is P. Pienso, pingüino pequeño. Pienso que el pingüino es pequeño. I think the penguin is small. La letra Q has sound K, but it's very lonely. She always brings with her her friend U. What do you mean? I mean that in any Spanish word where you find the letter Q, you always have a little silent U after her, and you never pronounce the U. So in words like quiero, 15, pequeños, it's always there. Just deal with it. Quiero 15 fresas pequeñas. I want 15 small strawberries. Next one is R, and it's pronounced like R. Rey recibe regalo frecuentemente. El rey recibe regalos frecuentemente. The king frequently receives gifts. Sometimes you can face doble R in Spanish. For example, in words pero, which is but, and perro, which is a dog, you can hear the difference. Pero, perro. So you only pronounce it a little bit longer. Pero, perro. S, sirena, gusto, sol. A la sirena le gusta sol. The mermaid likes sun. T is easy. Tigre, tortuga, tucán. Hay un tigre, una tortuga y un tucán en el zoológico. There is a tiger, a turtle, and a toucan in the zoo. U always has sound U. Estudiantes estudian universidad. Los estudiantes estudian en la universidad. The students study at university. V. What do you mean V? It looks like V, but here's the thing. Spanish doesn't have the sound V. This one is V, and it's kind of between B and V. If you want to say B, but you don't want to close your lips. So you say V, V. I hope it helps. Vampiro, vino, ventana. El vampiro bebe vino en frente de una ventana. The vampire drinks wine in front of a window. Right after V, we have W. This one is not the most popular letter of the Spanish language, and it's mostly used in words that came from English. For example, página web, WhatsApp, whiskey. If you listen to natives, you can hear them pronouncing this like WhatsApp or página web. It's little G sound before the web. X is the same like in English. Explicación, taxi, México. Yeah. It's Mexico and Mexicanos. And God forbid you pronounce it like Mexico or Mexicanos in front of a Mexican. The pronunciation of these words comes from the language that was used in Mexico before Spanish. So it's Mexico and Mexicanos. Explicación, taxi, Mexico, Mexicanos. This one is Y. I needed some time to remember the name of this one too when I just started learning Spanish, but I'm fine with it now, and you'll also be. So Y has the sound Y, yo, yogur, yoga. However, sometimes you can see it on its own when it means and it is pronounced like I, only in this case. So me gusta yogur y yoga. I like yogurt and yoga. And the last letter that we're going to talk about today is Theta, important fact, the Spanish language doesn't have sound Z. So it's not zeta, it's not Z, zanahoria, it's th, like TH in English. So theta, zanahoria, zapatos, zoológico. Now you know how to pronounce any letter in the Spanish language. We only have 5 more rules of emphasis, and we're gonna talk about it in the next video.